copy?
Hold position. Do not abort. Hold position.
I'm not holding anything, damn it. Where is he?
All right, let's abort. Red 5, we're gonna abort. We're coming to pick you up.
Red 5, do you copy?
Стойте! Смирно! Это Комаров! Инспектор.
Ну еще! Ну вот тебе!
Сергеевку. Предал свою родину мать.
Не понимаю, о чем говорить.
He's down, friendly's down. Move in.
Negative, Red 5. Do not engage. Do you copy? Do not engage.
Кто твои? Американские хозяева.
What the?
Кого работаешь? Сколько тебе заплатили? Стоит этого, да?
Полковник Комаров. У меня приказ забрать заключенного. Не двигаться.
Ты кто?
Келгович, персональный атташе генерала Фачанского.
Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Смотрите.
Дом, секс, наркотик, 36 унций и пистолет. Не знаю, куда деться, если задница детства. Девочки, девочки, сидят на коленочках. Подожди. Оно холодное? Да, давай сюда. У меня идет пена изо рта. Вам открыть? Конечно. Дом, секс, наркотик, 36 унций и пистолет. Не знаю, куда деться, если задница детства. Девочки, сидят на коленочках. Подожди. Дом, секс, наркотик, 36 унций и пистолет. Не знаю, куда деться, если задница детства. Девочки,
contested race for the Russian presidency will be decided in just 2 weeks. While the election certainly has significant international implications, there is very little known about the two candidates outside of their native country, and they are two men who could not be more dissimilar. First, there is Igor Komarov, a former KGB official who has enjoyed a meteoric rise to power after emerging from virtual political obscurity. His ascension to one of the political elite has been aided by the tremendous wealth he amassed during the post-Soviet era. His controversial purchases of a number of large pharmaceutical companies was largely financed by banks from the West, notably the United States and Britain. And now his political campaign has taken on a similarly sophisticated and markedly Western style.
The sun will rise on a new tomorrow, and together we will restore Mother Russia to her former glory. We will! We will! We will!
In contrast, his opponent, the reclusive General Nikolai Nikolaev, is a throwback to a more traditional Russia. His efforts to restore the reputation of the Soviet military after their defeat in Afghanistan have garnered him huge popular support from the nation's traditionalists. Nikolaev shuns modern media and instead relies on getting his message out the old-fashioned way, face-to-face. Although the polls still have the two candidates in a very close race, time will tell. But there is no denying that the global eye is fixed on the nation and anxiously awaiting the outcome.
Эй, братан!
speculate on who might be responsible for this latest terrorist attack. This strike against the pharmaceutical company that is one of a myriad of businesses owned by the charismatic Russian presidential candidate, Igor Komarov. Mr. Komarov, one of Russia's wealthiest men. Question now is, will Mr. Komarov use this attack to call for even more aggressive tactics in combating terrorism? If so, how will that play out with the Russian public already so weary of turmoil? It remains to be seen.
Andre! Wasn't I page similar? Why is half of Moscow traipsing to my crime scene?
Sorry, Moscow PD set up the perimeter.
Why? FSB has jurisdiction here. Oh my god. Tell me what you know.
The explosives were packed in this one. It's like Russian Liberation Terrorist Group to me.
Serial number?
They're still looking.
What's this?
Looks like a pager.
Could be remote detonator. Excuse me. Check this for prints and residues, please. Check this powder too, please.
You wanna go to the movies later? I'm thinking, Lena, you could take the Brilliant.
Who?
Guy munitions always gives you the extra bullets.
The one who never takes a bath. He's married.
So what? Come on, Sonia, you can't work over this. There's a bomb fast.
What's Christian doing here?
Maybe he's checking up on us.
Anyone claim responsibility for the bombing yet?
Oh my God, this is terrible.
Good morning, Mr. Komarov.
Mr. Bishop. This is dreadful.
7 dead.
7 dead. Explosives.
Forensics are working on it. We'll have the results in a day or so.
Thank you, Mr. Bishop.
My fellow Russians, my friends, 7 lives were lost today, and many more were changed forever by this despicable act of violence. We must unite against this terrorism. Our message must be clear. We will not rest until those involved are brought to justice. Now, we must be patient. We must be vigilant. We must be courageous in the face of this evil. A new day will dawn for Russia. And when it does, we will stand united and strong. God bless you all. God bless Russia.
With the upcoming elections now less than 2 weeks away, analysts are speculating on what effect these attacks may have on the campaign. General Nikolaev and outgoing President Cherkasov have both condemned these attacks and have appealed to the Russian public not to allow these acts to affect their choice of candidates. Only time and the upcoming election will tell. John Ballard, SNN News, Moscow.
In other news, General Nikolaev has taken his campaign to the western regions. His grassroots approach seems to be paying off, particularly among the poor, the unemployed, and those residing in mountain provinces.
Thought you handled your emotions beautifully. I was particularly fond of the firm compassion and the moral outrage.
You think I didn't mean it?
Well, in the American campaigns I've run, that's a question we just don't ask.
I see.
Now, in light of this morning's events, I took the initiative and canceled your lunch engagement, the fundraiser.
Mr. Blackledge, this bombing is the least of our problems.
How's that?
Well, the bombing was a diversion. The facility was broken into. Something was stolen. The laboratory warehouses some of the most deadly biological agents in the world. Any one of them released into the general population would cause massive casualties. One of them is missing.
Oh my God.
We should issue a statement immediately.
I think for the time being it will be best to keep things out of the press. Thank you.
With respect, Mr. President, your policy of deceiving the public has completely undermined your presidency. Isn't it preferable to be open and candid?
A scandal of this nature could destroy you, Igor Alexeyevich. People will ask, how can Komarov secure the nation if he can't secure his own facilities?
If I may, Mr. President?
Igor Alexeyevich, you know Anatoly Grishin, director of the FSB.
Mr. Komarov, in my opinion, a disclosure of this magnitude can only cause panic. The FSB has already begun an investigation, and I'm confident that very soon we shall track down those responsible and bring them to justice.
But we're running out of time. Excuse me, sir. This would be a huge political risk.
Igor Alexeyevich, you are a very good friend, but this is my decision. The stability of the country comes first. We say nothing.
I understand. And I respect your decision, both as my president and as my friend. I only ask that if the news leaks, you assure the public that I was hiding nothing.
You have my word.
Thank you.
Seven people killed, 14 injured, including 2 children.
My God.
Hello. Glad you could come. The Russian Liberation Group is thought to be behind it. Quite brutal at times. You know, the usual thing, attacking the establishment.
They claim responsibility?
No.
It's an internal matter. Let the Russians deal with it.
There's more to it, I'm afraid. I'll explain.
Thank you.
Sir, here's the file you requested.
So who else have you contacted?
BND, DST, Greek NIS, Mossad, Chinese Ministry of State Security, and CNI from Spain.
And you want me to get the CIA involved? That's going to be a hard sell in Washington with this Russian election coming up.
I know that, but I felt this couldn't wait.
Just this once, can you try to be diplomatic?
Am I ever not diplomatic?
I had such a big future when I woke up this morning.
I'd like to see Director Grishin, please. It's Sonia Astrova.
Come in.
Sorry, Mr. Grishin, we just had a question about the Komarov bombing, sir.
Are you having problems with us?
No. Why do you ask?
Well, you went to the sites personally, interviewed witnesses, confiscated evidence.
And?
And I was just wondering how you expect us to do our job.
I admire your aggressiveness, Sonia, but at times you lack a certain discretion.
I was just telling you the same thing, sir.
This case now has the highest level of security clearance. If the information in this file gets out, it could be devastating, not just to this office, but to Russia. The investigation must be kept confidential. Do you understand?
No, not really.
Because there is the matter of your father.
What does my father have to do with this? Are you questioning my loyalty?
No, I just want to be clear. The bombing was a cover for something far more treacherous. A virus was stolen
What kind of virus?
We're not certain yet, but it's potentially quite lethal.
Anti-terrorism task force?
The Kremlin has given us emergency funding. I put a team in place. They will work independently of you. But that does not mean to say I don't value your investigation as well.
Thank you, sir.
I expect you to resolve this as promptly as possible. You will report to me, and me alone. That's all.
Our agents insist a bioweapon was stolen, but I have no support from any other intelligence agency.
You're not backing off, are you? You're not gonna let this go even without any support. So, what do you have in mind?
I want to send someone in.
Who?
What about him?
Monk? I haven't seen him in years. He's a relic from the Cold War.
Jason Monk knows more about Russia than most Russians. He's also an expert in Soviet-era bioweapons. And I know just where to find him.
If you need my help. Unofficially, of course.
Of course. Unofficially.
Papa, I don't understand. Why do you have to go?
I saw something I shouldn't have. They will be coming after me.
But who?
I'm not sure, but I just know they'll kill me.
Papa, you're talking crazy.
Good. Tell them when they come, I went crazy. I jumped into the river and drowned.
Papa, please. Papa, please, you're frightening me.
It's all right. When it's all over and I'm still alive, we'll be together again. I promise you.
Misha, come on. There must be something you can do.
Okay, I'll send them to the lab, but I must warn you, they're very busy. It might take some time.
What's new? So, what about this virus, R81? Have you heard of it?
No, but Soviet bioweapons had all kinds of code names. It could be anything.
What if a terrorist had it, and what could they do with it?
So many possibilities. They could release it in a populated area. In fact, thousands, millions.
Oh, they could sell it?
Yes. Or they could replicate it. Spread it out in small doses and hold the government hostage until we meet their demands.
Sonia?
Yeah?
Come here, look at this. Watch. The bomb goes off. He uses the distraction to enter the compound.
He just strolls right in.
He knew exactly where he was going.
Misha, go tight. Can you get better resolution?
I'll have to work on it.
We'll work on it. Thank you. And no one sees this evidence file without my consent.
But...
Misha.
Your people need to see what's come across my desk.
Oh, hello. The Taverna Faustino? Ah. Gracias. Beautiful day.
Uh-huh. Let me see. VIP visit Langley Falklands briefing. We never officially met. You're Sir Nigel Irvin, right?
That was almost 20 years ago, Jason. You've quite a memory.
So what brings you to the south of Spain, dare I ask?
I have a job for you.
Not interested.
But Kerry Jordan of the CIA...
One of the perks of retirement. I no longer am required to care what Kerry Jordan or anyone else from the agency thinks, for that matter. So I can't help you.
Tell me, do you remember a chap called Igor Komarov? Komarov has been the center of some recent terrorist activity. You know that he's running for president.
Well, let's hope for an assassination.
Except he's not the target. His pharmaceutical company is. Someone's stolen a bioweapon.
I'm out of this game, Sir Nigel. You need to let the CIA handle this.
What if I was to tell you that this mission is not for the CIA? Or for any other particular intelligence agency?
So who, then?
Well, shall we say a consortium of concerned parties. And we're prepared to offer you $500,000. Oh, that's enough to pay off the loan on your boat and to settle some outstanding tax avoidance issues with your Internal Revenue Service.
Still not interested.
What if I could undo some of the damage done to you by the CIA? Well, I could locate your daughter, for example. Yes, she's 18 now, and how long's it been, Jason? 14 years?
15.
And I imagine that you heard that her mother had passed away 6 months ago. Cancer, I'm afraid, but, well, she went quickly. Natasha, wasn't it? We also know that she prevented you from seeing your daughter. In fact, she hid her away from you. So if you go to Russia, Jason, you'll be able to see her and maybe even, well, spend some, what do you say, some quality time with her.
She has no use for me.
Well, how do you know that? Until you've actually asked her.
It's not much of an image, but we also have a partial fingerprint of the van.
Vladimir Dolgonosov, mercenary, gun for hire, last known associates Russian Liberation Movement.
This is him?
There's similarities to his photo in the file, but we can't be sure.
Find him. Bring him in.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Almost there. Yes, I understand. Now that the money is wired to my account, it will be done.
The stolen biological agent is most likely from an antiquated Soviet stock. I understand you have expertise in these matters.
Some.
It was labeled R81.
Reston 81. It's an Ebola variant out of Kinshasa. It first surfaced in the Philippines in the mid-70s and isolated by the Soviet military. It then underwent a few genetic modifications.
My God.
It will kill 80 to 90% of all those it infects. It is very, very bad stuff. Who took it?
I have no idea.
Why doesn't the agency do it? They have men on the ground there.
Jason, you know the Russian mindset better than any of our chaps.
What do the Russians say?
Well, officially, their government denies that anything's been stolen.
Unofficially?
Russian intel puts the blame on the Russian Liberation Terrorist Organization.
And you don't believe it? You think there's more to it, right?
I don't know what to believe until I have a man on the inside. Look, you will have full support. Anything you need. And of course, you'll get all the information you need about your daughter.
I haven't said yes yet.
You may have left Russia at the end of the Cold War, Jason, but you never completely let go. So what do you say? Will you go? Right, Jason. First order of business. In your briefcase, you'll find various implements, all of which appear as though they might be carried by any ordinary businessman. In your case, of course, there is nothing ordinary about them. Your laptop, for instance, looks just like any other. However, it is configured to link directly to an SIS satellite. And you'll have a secure window of communication of about 10 minutes every night between 22:10 and 22:20 hours. The computer is only operable when the disk is inserted, which you'll find to be an amazing replica of an ordinary credit card. I'm sorry to say, however, that as a credit card, it's completely worthless. Now, if you'll be so kind as to remove the disk drive, you'll find a variety of passports, as well as currencies and other useful documents. Also among your things, you'll find a complete file on the Komarov Industries bombing. All the intelligence we've been able to gather, including dossiers on the principals that we believed have been involved. Lastly, a few photographs. The woman is Sonia Astrova. She's the FSB agent who's spearheading the Russian investigation. Her father, Pavel, the well-known Soviet dissident. And, finally, as promised, Elena. Good luck, Jason. We'll be in touch.
The Russian presidential election is only 10 days away, and the latest polls remain unchanged. In Moscow and its more affluent suburbs, Igor Komarov still maintains a commanding lead. Most of the support comes from younger, more progressive voters, looking for a hard stance on terrorism, stronger ties to the West, and a more open economic policy. His opponent, retired General Nikolaev, enjoys a comfortable level of support in all of Russia's outlying areas and among its ethnic population, making the race a virtual dead heat. Igor Komarov's opposition is more vocal, but by any standards, the upcoming election will be historic yet divisive. And no matter which candidate wins, the next Russian president will be hard-pressed to unify the divisions that exist in the Russian Republic.
Мужик, дай рубль. Дай рубль. Ты чё, мужик, сдурел?
You cheap, bald Ruski.
Jason.
Hello, Victor.
Jason, my God. I thought I would never see you again. Look at you. What are you doing here? Has nothing changed?
Who's talking? You're still walking your dog in the same park. Victor, you were not hard to find.
Shall we walk? So what brings you back?
A few reasons. Political turmoil and her.
Nice. Oh, but isn't she a little young for you?
Victor, that's Elena.
Who's both?
Surprise to me, too. Still getting over the shock.
Have you seen her yet?
It's been so long. She wouldn't even know me.
Jason, you are her family. You're all she's got now. You heard about Natasha. I'm sorry, my friend. I know how much you loved her. Come. Let's talk about the other reason you're here, eh? Your political turmoil. So, what do you think of the new Moscow?
So, I don't know. It's different.
I don't like it anymore. It's too greasy, too dirty, too impudent. Impudent.
Well, there's your brother. Victor, there is a virus out. I'm here to find out who took it and what they plan on doing with it.
Jason, I cannot get involved. I have a parole officer. He watches me like a wolf.
I understand.
I cannot leave the building.
It's okay.
But I can get you anything. You just tell me what you want.
Can you make me disappear?
Permanently, or just temporarily?
And as I move about this great nation of ours and speak with its citizens, I am moved by your strength, your commitment, your willingness to do what it takes to secure a brighter future for your children. Return to the values of the past will be our salvation. And if I am elected, I assure you I will bring back those values. Sacrifice, commitment, loyalty. A new day is dawning in Russia. And 1,000 million rays of light and hope shall sweep our nation. And together, we will return Mother Russia to the great power she once was.
Thank you, Mr. Komarov. Candidate Nikolaev, you have 1 minute to respond.
I agree. All of Russia's people are great. And that includes the minorities of the outer republics. The areas of Russia where my opponent has failed to campaign. Do you include these people in your vision of a new Russia, Mr. Komarov? When I was asked by then President Yeltsin to lead my soldiers into Chechen lands and commit what I believed was slaughter of innocent civilians, I refused. Because I respect all Russians, of every race, creed, or religious preference. Can you say the same?
Mr. Komarov, your reply, please. You have 1 minute.
The claim that I am not a leader for all of Russia, including those regions where ethnic minorities reside, is an outrage. I promise you this, my fellow citizens. Deeds will speak louder than accusations. My fellow citizens, you will see it.
Thank you, sir. We now turn our attention to matters of international relations.
Misha, are the lab reports in yet?
On what?
The bombing.
It was hexogen.
What about the sample of the van?
Well, I sent it out. It's still being analyzed. I'm sorry, I have a meeting.
Okay.
Sonia.
Yeah.
Just spoke to the office there at Kamarov Industries. Turns out there's an employee who hasn't shown up since the bombing.
Really?
Yeah. Worked a night shift, then disappeared.
Got a name?
Name is Leonid Zaitsev. Janitor. Older guy.
Has he history not showing up?
Yeah, goes on a bender now and again, but pretty reliable.
Do you have an address?
I'll get one.
Let's keep this between us.
Sure.
A little somewhere to keep the surplus.
What is this? Well, you sly old fox.
Wow. No, these I can get cheap.
Not like that, you can't. That is the latest in surveillance. Check it out. Tiny little GPS transmitters.
Wow.
Nice. What's the range?
About the perimeter of Moscow.
I could keep an eye on my girlfriend, if I had one. What are you using it for?
There is an FSB agent, Sonia Strova. You ever hear of her?
No.
She's a good agent as far as I can tell.
But you know, Russia is different now. It's a free-for-all. There's no code of honor anymore.
There is with me.
The sun will rise on a new tomorrow, and together we will restore Mother Russia to her former glory. We will! We will! We will!
The time for decision is now. To step forward into a brighter new tomorrow, or backward to the failures of the past.
You see that photograph of Nikolaev? That poor, pathetic old man. I think we should run that ad every day, day and night. It'd be very expensive, but it'd be worth it.
Don't worry about the money.
Money's no object. Why can't I get more politicians like you? Komarov for president. Yes. Right away. That was President Chekasov's office.
What?
There's been a development.
Mr. President, the latest reports from Shodro confirm 14 children infected with the virus. The symptoms suggest rest on 81.
We've got to release a statement immediately.
Nonsense. We're not certain yet.
Excuse me, sir. But what else could this possibly be?
The President is right. Such a remote location doesn't point to a terrorist attack.
I could send a team. Make some tests.
As long as we keep it away from the media.
How long do you people intend keeping this a secret?
Hopefully, forever.
Detective Ostrova?
Who are you?
Excuse me for barging in. I just got
You haven't answered my question.
My name is Stefan Bonev. I was a friend of your father's.
What are you doing here?
I was 7 years with your father at Camp 36 in Perm. I was there because I published a newspaper in Bulgaria opposing the war in Afghanistan. I had been looking for you for a very long time. This was your father's.
He gave you this for me.
Da. He spoke of you so often that I feel like I've known you for years.
I remember. You always carried one.
But the truth is, both your father and I love this country. Only our timing was a little off. But we had such dreams. When he died,
Hi, would you like more tea?
just realized that I should be going.
Are you going to be in Moscow long?
I will be in touch. I am so glad to have finally met you.
Да.
Jason!
Yeah?
I have found a man who knows Dolgonosov. Now, you have a pen? I have.
Yeah.
I have it. Now, he's Russian mafia. Not nice people. You've spoken with Elena yet?
Victor, please.
What's the worst she can do? She can kick you out. Are you afraid? Yeah? Admit it. You're afraid. Just admit it.
Just drop it. I really don't think I can handle it.
Yes, you can. You can and you must. Now, here is address. Please, try not to get yourself killed before you see her.
Hey, Victor. Thank you. Save you the trouble.
What do you want?
I'm looking for someone.
Who is it?
Ilya Gulov. He knows a contract killer named Dolgonosov.
Never heard of him.
Really? So no one here has heard of Dolgonosov? That's a shame. Because I've got a job for him, paying top dollar. Dolgonosov, where is he? Don't make me ask you again.
He disappeared. He's on a job.
Where?
He was hired by this guy, Mochit.
Mochit. Is that all?
That's it, I swear. You put it on her jacket? As soon as she changes clothes, this is worthless.
She's a cop. She'll wear the same thing for days. Here's something else. Handwritten in the margin. Look at this.
It's something she's found.
Powder.
Powder.
Tompkins still around?
Sure. But things have changed for him as well.
Vladimir, добрый день.
Welcome to McDonald's.
We need to talk.
The manager is watching me. I have my break in 15 minutes.
So I'll wait outside?
Buy something.
Больше не приезжал, пожалуйста.
It's okay. Last I heard, you were driving a truck in South Africa.
Fishing boat in the south of Spain.
So what are you doing here?
I should ask you the same thing. Vladimir, fast food. What the hell are you doing? You're a man of science.
Russia has changed.
science and chemical industries have been privatized. A free market. And with the free market comes greed. It's all about profit now. Older scientists were let go to make room for cheaper ones, so we all had to scramble for money one way or another.
You mean like selling technologies to enemy states?
Not me. Few people did. An unforeseen side effect of the new economy. But we won, Jason. The Cold War is over. We are free now. Isn't it wonderful?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What brings you to me?
Have a seat. I need a favor.
Forget it.
Just hear me out. Now, you know about the recent bombing at Komarov Industries, right?
Everybody knows about it.
Well, I think this is some kind of residue from it. People I work for actually think it was a cover-up for the theft of a bioweapon, Reston 81.
No surprise that Komarov got it. Years ago, he bought over 80% of the Soviet R&D program. I'm surprised something like this hasn't happened before.
Does that mean you'll do it?
I can get some lifetime at the university.
In the news at this hour, the Russian presidential election is less than 1 week away, and the candidates have stepped up their campaigns. Former General Nikolaev has taken his grassroots campaign door to door. Meanwhile, billionaire Igor Komarov has exceeded the record-breaking budget he laid out for himself and is pouring even more resources into television and radio ads, hoping to solidify his lead.
Thank you. Thank you.
However, polls still indicate that a large segment of the population remains undecided. The Komarov camp hopes that, in the words of one staffer, media savvy will beat a handshake at the end of the day. In other news out of Russia, medical experts have discovered a number of school children contaminated with a yet-to-be-identified virus in a remote region of the Caucasus Mountains. Sources indicate the virus may be a strain of Ebola. Although a widespread outbreak is not considered likely, Russian health officials have quarantined the area and are acting with the utmost precaution.
Tell you, but I couldn't. I had to protect you.
You used me. You lied to me.
That is not true, Natasha. I love you.
You don't know what that word means.
Natasha, this is the first time the agency will let me take you and Elena out of Russia.
This is our home. We've built a life here. It's obviously nothing to you. It's lies. It's what you call it, a cover.
Natasha, please. Just talk to me.
I never want to see you again.
Please don't.
Nick, get out of here. Get out of here!
Please, no. I'll see you soon, okay? Okay? Where's that chicken?
Da.
Jason, it's Victor. Yeah, I think she's found it. Yes, she's headed this way.
Turn off the transmitter. Do it now.
Don't move. Open your shirt. Take the gun out. Left hand. Put it on the table. Pop the clip.
Look, please, if you just...
Nice try. You lied to me. You didn't know my father.
No, but I did know about him.
And the icon?
A lot of old guys carried them. I found it in a shop in the New Arbat.
Who do you work for?
Look, you arrest me, you get nothing. We just take a walk. I promise you I will answer all your questions. And if you're not happy, then you can arrest me.
Talk.
I'm a journalist.
Journalists don't carry weapons.
Sometimes they do, and what they're investigating is terrorism.
What terrorism?
Now who's lying? Detective, I know that you're the leading investigator in the Komarov Industries bombing.
Even if I were, why would I tell you?
Silly me, and here I thought I was winning you over with my charm.
How do you know about my father?
He was a colonel in the KGB. But what I want to know is, do you think he was a traitor?
He was fighting for freedom before it was popular, but we're not talking about him, Mr. Monk. I want to know why you're spying on me.
Lady, it is part of my job to find out what the police know.
Where else did you plant bugs?
Oh, I see. You want to know just how much I know about Grishin's little task force, don't you? Oh, I forget, the, FSB doesn't share information. But you know what I think? I think this is about you, Detective. The little girl on the outs with the boys upstairs.
I don't know about in the West, Mr. Monk. But when journalists have classified information, we kill them first, and ask questions later.
All right. I'm going to take a chance, and I'm going to trust you. The missing virus is a variant of Ebola resistant, first appeared in the Philippines in 1976, and was isolated by the Soviet military. And then it underwent a lovely little genetic alteration for use as a bioweapon, with no known vaccine. Now, do you understand what I'm telling you? If it gets out, what we have is a worldwide epidemic. And I'm not going to tell you one more thing until you lighten up.
How do you know this?
Because I am very good at what I do, and I suspect so are you. Now, why don't you tell me about Yuri Gennadiev?
Has nothing to do with it.
What about the powder? Have you got the test results back yet?
How do you know that?
I helped myself to a little from your desk. Shouldn't leave things like that lying around. Now, I get my test results back tomorrow, so I will show you mine if you show me yours.
All right. But if one word of this leaks in the press, I'm arresting your friend and I'm killing you.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alex, this is Tonkin. You know of anyone with these groups using hexogen together with Semtex H? That's right, Semtex H. Any way you can help me trace it?
They came here last night, flashed their badges, destroyed everything.
Do you know what they were looking for?
My father.
Did you tell them anything?
I just told him I have no idea where he was.
Is that true?
I really don't know where is he. He left. He said there are people trying to kill him.
Did he say why?
He said he saw something he shouldn't.
Well, he must have slept somewhere. Did he have any friends or relatives he might be staying with?
We have each other, that's all. My father is a patriot.
I understand. Can you tell me which one he is?
The tallest. You know, he got those metal teeth in the army.
He could be in a lot of danger besides if we're just trying to help him.
He never did anything wrong. Why do they want to hurt him?
Does he belong to a veterans club?
Of course.
Can I keep this? Thank you. We'll be in touch.
What now?
Where's the nearest park with chess?
With what?
The game, chess.
Maybe Novodevichi Park. Why?
That's where the veterans will be.
We should check in. We're supposed to keep Christian informed.
Yeah, we're supposed to.
Sonia, what are you up to?
Nothing, it's just a feeling. I met this man, a journalist from the West. He knows about the bombing. He has his own lab connections and he's testing a sample.
What? Do you trust him?
Yes. Just drive.
Hello, gentlemen. Good afternoon. I'm Detective Ostrova. This is Detective Kasanov. We're looking for someone.
Don't know him.
We didn't tell you who.
Go ahead.
His name is Leonid Zaitsev.
Never heard of him.
You sure? You're all veterans, aren't you? You fought very hard for this country. We're asking for your help again.
Sorry.
Excuse me. Can you smile?
Excuse me. Can you smile, please?
Sir. Excuse me. It's all right. I won't hurt you. Can you smile for me?
Please. Don't kill me.
It's all right.
I do my rounds at night. I was supposed to be finished by then. But sometimes I take a nap. That's when I heard it.
The explosion?
Yes. A little while later, someone was coming. I thought I'd get in trouble, so I hid. That's when I saw him.
Is this him?
Yes.
Have you ever seen him before that?
I don't know. Maybe, but no, I don't know.
But you'd be willing to testify that he's the one who stole the virus?
Take him.
No.
I gave you a direct order. Why didn't you tell me about this witness? You are both suspended. Immediately.
My administration will promote favorable policies to businesses. Gone are the days when government restriction curbed business development. The markets will be free. Industry will perform without encumbrances. And if all goes well, gross national product will rise. It is my dream that Russia will return to her glory as a world power. But that power will not come from our military, but from our wealth, our prosperity. If I am elected president, Russia will become the greatest economic giant the world has ever known.
You didn't stick to the script.
I told him what I wanted
You
to
can't
hear.
make promises like that. It'll backfire on you.
What's the latest news?
Nothing. No one has claimed responsibility. Maybe no one ever will.
If it's the virus, news will get out.
Well, let's hope news doesn't get out before the election.
Better not.
Игорь Алексеевич, можно вас? Предвыборная кампания идет хорошо. И все нравится.
My friend.
Oh, hi. What's up?
Sorry I'm late.
That's all right. Here
So
you
what
are.
have you got?
You know, I conducted exhaustive tests, cleaned and recalibrated the gas analyzers. My conclusions were always the same.
Uh-huh.
Oxygen.
Okay.
Military stuff, usually used in combination with other explosives. In this case, Semtex H.
Nothing unusual.
Yeah, except this was old.
How old?
Maybe 16, 17 years in the markers. You know, they used to add metallic coat so you can trace the stuff.
Yeah.
Looks like a batch sold to Libya in the 80s. Except it never got there.
So where'd it go?
Confiscated by the KGB, which of course is now FSB.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was my reaction as well. Which means that someone got into the FSB stockpile, or the FSB is...
Done?
The scientist is dead. But he was with someone. A professional.
Who?
I don't know him. He was returning fire. With a picture of him on my scope. Do you know him?
Perhaps. I need a copy of this. It's me. I need to see you immediately.
My friend is dead. The scientist who tested your powder? And guess what he found? Semtex H, directly traceable to FSB. The moment he tells me, he's killed, so talk.
I don't know anything about it, I swear. What does the FSB have anything to do with Komarov's bombing?
Let me ask you this. How's your investigation going?
I was just fired.
Dinner for cell 7.
I have to bring it in.
I knew I would see you again.
My friend Tonkin has been murdered, and I think by the FSB.
Now, the only link you have between the FSB and the facility bombing is the Semtex H.
What, that isn't enough?
That doesn't prove that the FSB stole the virus. There could be a rogue agent within the organization.
Per your instructions, I have continued to cultivate the FSB agent Sonia Strova. Well, she says they are dragging their feet and giving her false leads. And when she started asking questions, they fired her.
With the election a few days away, that's no surprise. Nobody wants to create a stir until after the election dust has settled.
It is systemic, Sir Nigel. I can feel it in my gut.
And your instinct is the main reason you're there, Jason, but keep your mind open, too. Oh, one more thing. I'm not sure if it's related. There's been chatter from the Caucasus Mountains, a predominantly Muslim village called Shodroda. That's in Dagestan, near the Chechen border. There's been an outbreak of hemorrhagic fever among schoolchildren.
They ID it?
We're waiting, but in the meantime, continue your assignment. And keep in touch.
Sonia!
What's going on?
Know a guy named Jason Monk?
I've heard of him.
Mission's just issued a warrant for his arrest. He's ex-CIA.
Tell me what you know.
Works as an international arms dealer. They think he's the one who stole the virus.
The residue from the van. He had it tested. I saw the results. The explosives, they had it traced to the FSB.
The FSB?
Yeah.
Did you tell him anything?
No, I just told him that we had been fired.
Did he know about Zaitsev?
What about Zaitsev?
Sonia. Zaitsev's been killed.
Leonid Zaitsev was the only eyewitness to the theft, and he was murdered. So who outside of your organization knows where he was?
No one.
Exactly. Now, I need you to help me access the FSB database, files, financial records, everything.
Wait. Why should we trust you?
Because you suspect I'm right.
The FSB have a warrant for you. Are you an arms dealer?
That's a lie. But they obviously know I'm getting close to the truth.
Which is what?
That the FSB are involved at the highest levels.
Why would the FSB want to kill our own people?
I'm asking you to help me answer that question.
Will you excuse me? I'm sorry, I can't do this.
It's all right.
I hope you know what you're doing.
We'll see.
Call me if you need me.
I will.
So there is no news from the Caucasus. Nothing to confirm or deny the existence of my virus.
That's good, right?
It certainly is never good.
With all due respect, sir, there have been many American politicians who had far greater skeletons in their closet than this, and they got elected. You know who's running their campaign? Me. So please, let me do my job.
What if you're wrong?
You can fire me.
I don't want them tracing the IP, but I think I can get in through a back door in the FSB mainframe. I can get personnel files, maybe financial records. You realize, if I do this, I'm committing treason.
What other choice do we have?
Go! Move.
Where is he?
I don't know, but I've got a pretty good idea who it was. Oh my God.
What?
Andre.
I think so.
Does he keep finding us?
Oh my God, myself. He's got a GPS locator and he's tracking us.
I think he's gone. Somebody really wants us dead.
Drive.
Come on.
I'm sorry, Andre. How could I let this happen?
Wasn't you. In a few hours, I'll have a window to get in touch with my people. Let them know what I know. From here on, I do this alone.
No.
You know what you're saying?
Yes. Yes, I know.
I want the rest of my money.
You haven't finished your job.
I delivered the virus. The whole town will be dead in a week.
What about Monk?
Mr. Komarov.
Pay the man. Do you have someone to take care of Jason Monk?
It's not a problem.
But it is a problem. A very big problem. And I cannot do everything myself, Anatoly. Get it done.